We all do have our own toxic traits, and it's just important to be aware of those things and to find out what those triggers are, because they're always going to be there, right? You could be both. You could be a bad and you could be a nice girl. If they're a fuckboy, they should be a fuckboy. If they're not a fuckboy, don't be a fuckboy. It's just as simple as that. I don't really involve myself with people that are I don't like it when men are cheap. If I am on someone else's dime, and it's kind of under their control too, I'm not gonna have a good time. If I know
really, even if you bring your girlfriends and
No, because I don't want to hang out with you.
I see.
You know what I mean? So I would rather go on my own dime and do my own thing, because it's not fun for me. I went to a strip club with Floyd Mayweather.
Is anybody signing up for music on OnlyFans?
You can make so much money on TikTok just from going live and getting those gifts. You know what I'm talking about? If you're just live, people send you gifts. I can't do anything unless I genuinely like the person. It's just I can't do it if I don't like you.
90% of girls are completely clueless on how to be a good wingman. This is why I don't need therapy. I just fucking deal with my trauma, fucking fix the problem. Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans. First of all, thank you to our listeners. We've been getting a ton of engagement and growth in the last couple months. So thank you guys for that. Today, we have a lovely guest on the show. Why don't you go ahead, introduce yourself, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and your star sign.
Oh, the star sign. So my name is Victoria Simone. I was born in New York. I'm an actress and an on-air host. And I'm a Sagittarius. So I'm very fiery. What is your sign?
I'm the best one.
What is that?
What do you mean? Pisces.
Pisces?
Yeah.
I'm a rising Pisces. So that means that people think I'm a Pisces. I perceive myself as a Pisces. That's how people view me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sagittarius are toxic though, yeah?
You think so? Well, yeah, to Pisces, yeah. Because I'm fiery. I'm fiery, and you're like a little water. You're like a little...
No. Okay, first of all, I'm a Leo rising. So that's how, and I identify with an Aries.
Listen.
My pronouns are Aries, Leo, and man.
Okay. No, I get it. I'm a fire sign, and I'm a rising water. So you and I are opposite.
Interesting. Are you toxic a little bit?
I don't think I'm toxic.
Oh, that's too bad. I like when people are a little bit toxic. I'm from Wisconsin. It's boring if people are too.
No, absolutely. Okay, so to the answer to that, I think we all do have our own toxic traits, and it's just important to be aware of those things and to find out what those triggers are, because they're always going to be there, right? And it's just your duty as a human being on this earth to heal those things. You know what I mean?
You didn't heal your inner child yet?
I'm actually currently healing my inner child.
Oh, nice. I healed it a long time ago.
You did? Yeah, no, but you still that's what I'm saying. You have to do it for the rest of your life.
I don't think so.
There's always new things to heal.
I don't want to heal it too much.
You want to keep some
That's why I don't go to therapy, because I don't want them to take away too much of my anxiety, and then you're just happy all the time.
The psycho swag. You don't want to get rid of your psycho swag.
I don't want to be too happy, that would be boring. I don't want to be too happy, just run around, go team,
No, for sure. I've healed my inner child before, but I'm actually working on this 90-day trauma journal, which is not just from childhood, it's just in general, because I think that as we grow, you may heal one trauma, but then you have more as you grow older. And I'm also microdosing shrooms right now, which I don't think anything holy grail has happened yet, but I just think I do have a different outlook. And yeah, I'm just open to the unknown.
What helps more, the shrooms or the deep journaling therapy stuff?
I mean, definitely the shrooms.
Well, someone explained it to me. They did way harder stuff than shrooms. They're doing ayahuasca. And he was like, Zach, you could go to 10 years of therapy, or you go to one shaman, he gives you ayahuasca, and all your inner child is healed instantly. That's what he told me.
I am so... Can I curse?
Yeah.
I'm so fucking terrified of ayahuasca.
I don't really do drugs. I'm scared of drugs too.
I'm scared, but would you do it?
No.
Here's
why I'm scared of drugs. I grew up in Wisconsin, right? Mm-hmm. Wisconsin, I've never even seen coke. None of my friends do coke. Nobody does Molly. It doesn't exist in Wisconsin, right? Mm-hmm. I moved to LA, and every so often I meet someone in LA that's just, their brain is not quite there. It's and even when they're sober, it's you're talking to them, and it's they're responding, but it's going past them. And it's, I'm I don't know if they did too many drugs one time, or if they just did drugs for 10 years and their brain, or if they just did too many Tide Pods as a kid and then their brain got fucked up. I don't know what happened, but I'm scared of that shit.
I feel maybe they just have ADHD.
Maybe they're just dumb.
Maybe that. I mean, that's a possibility too. But yeah, it sounds more like ADHD than the drugs. But no, you're right. Also, when you are sober, you feel like you're vibrating a different level than people. Like when you're the most sober person in the room, that's when you really start to see things, right, for what they are. Mm-hmm. I think. Yeah, I hate being the most sober person in the room.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks. Yeah. Being at parties and just being like,
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I hear people say sometimes like people who are sober, they're like, yeah, I don't need any kind of alcohol or drugs to have fun. But then I look at them in the party, I'm like, it does not look like you're having fun. And you're like, are you having fun? They're like, yeah, I'm having the best time of my life. I'm like, are you? Because you look like fucking miserable right now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that's the disconnect. When you are the most sober person, you don't really want to engage with other people. And so you look like you're not having a good time to people. Because I've been at so many parties being sober, and I feel like that's how I look to people. I feel like, honestly, that's how I look to people in general.
Sober?
Miserable.
Miserable?
Like, it's just the RBF.
Resting bitch face?
Yeah, I do. But, well, because, okay, here's also the misconception. I feel like because you were seen at a party, people think, like, you're there to make friends and you want to talk. Sometimes you don't want to talk. Well, sometimes...
Most people in LA want to go to the party so people can see that you were at this party, and then you get the Instagram story, you get the clout, everybody thinks you're cool, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, sometimes I don't want to be seen at a party.
Okay, can you explain this to me?
Sure.
Like, as a girl?
Sure.
I understand why guys want clout. Because if you're a guy, you're lonely, then you get clout, girls like you, and you get to have sex with girls. Mm-hmm. So it's like you go from like lonely, now you get to have sex. It's a linear path to happiness, right? If you're a girl, you started over here, you get clout, and that's it. Like it's not like guys like you more if you have clout. In fact, guys probably like you less if you have clout. So I don't what does the clout do? What is the purpose of the clout?
Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've never gone to a party and been like, this is gonna give me clout. So I'm trying to like.
So you just go to like dive bars and just downtown LA.
Yeah, I mean, I do have like my go-to spots that like I like to go to with friends, but most of those places you can't even bring your phone. You can't even take pictures. So I don't really resonate so much with like the parties for the clout. I think more so like I get on myself if I'm kind of being too much of an introvert. If I'm like, okay, you need to be social. Like you cannot just work and live. You need to like go out and have fun. So I push myself to go out for those reasons, not so much for like, oh, I want to be seen here and look like I'm going out. You know what I mean? But you know what? Like going back to like when I first moved here, I think I was just like, yeah, like I wonder what these cool spots are like, you know, like I wonder what it's like. So I moved here when I was like freshly, like not like 21, and I'm from the East Coast, and I had not gone out there. So my like perception of nightlife, like I didn't have anything to compare it to. So I came out here and I was like, okay, like let me go to all these spots. And I think in the beginning I was like, oh, like what's cool around here? Then I think I got over it really, really early on. I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm from Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin, like, it's like you grow up, nobody cares about clout. It's like you care about being genuine and like all this stuff. And that was back in my like huge simp days. Was a huge simp, like very
really?
Nice guy, polite, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to LA and I got fucking pounded into the fucking dirt. And then I like was like, oh wait, you have to have clout, otherwise you're just gonna be alone forever because girls will never like you. And then I went into my villain era and then went through my toxic phase. And now I'm like back in the middle.
Let's talk about villain era and toxic phase. I think I'm entering out of that phase. I know, seriously. I'm like, okay, I had this weird realization where literally yesterday I was like, I just want to be Bambi. Like I
don't understand.
I just want to be Bambi. I just want to be, I just want to be like the nice girl now.
Oh, I see.
I want to be innocent. When I felt like the last 2 years, I was like, no, you know what? If you are tough and if you are in your villain era, nobody's going to fuck with you. No, but everyone knows now. Don't fuck with me. You know what I mean?
I see.
And I went through this whole like repressing my dark shadow self from the trauma journaling and stuff.
But the dark shadow self is fun.
It is fun. No, it's definitely fun. But I just want to have that balance because I want to be approachable. I'm a game show host. So, you know, when I first started, people were like, oh, this girl's like a vampire. Like the host that's a vampire with the cross all the time. I'm like, yeah, that's me. But I'm also nice, okay? I think that you could be both. You could be a bad bitch and you could be a nice girl.
Honestly, I wish I could be a simp. I wish I could just run around with my simp friends, fucking riding bird scooters around town. Like that should be fun. It doesn't work. It's just.
What does that mean? What? You want to be a simp?
No, I'm saying it's easy. Like I have okay, as a guy in the dating scene, you have to play games. You have to be a little bit of a fuckboy. I don't think that's
true. Who told you that?
It's the truth.
Who told you that?
All right, I'm gonna tell you. Let me help you understand what it's like being a guy.
Okay.
Being a guy. Imagine aliens come down to Earth, right? They nuke everything. Desert everywhere. There's no food. There's no water. Blah blah blah. 100 people survive. You're one of them. They build a fortress in West Hollywood, right? And every day, you and the other people, you knock on the door. Please, aliens, we're so hungry. Can you spare some food, please? Right? And every day, the aliens send out 10 representatives, and each alien picks one person from the crowd to give the food to for the day, right? So a week goes by, they're not picking you. They're picking everybody else. You're fucking hungry. You're starving. So you go up to the alien. Please, alien, just tell me what I have to do to get food. Like, what is it? How do you choose who to give the food to? And the alien says, well, I choose the nicest, sweetest, most caring person in the crowd, most genuine. I give them the food. You think, this is great. I'm kind and sweet and genuine and everything, right? So the next 3 days, you're the nicest, kindest. You're asking the alien about his day. You're fucking giving him compliments. You go scavenge through the desert. You find some flowers that are like growing up. You pick the flowers. You give them to the alien, right? And after the 3rd day, he walks out with a juicy steak. Fucking medium rare truffle fries. He's wafting the smell towards you, right? And you're like, alien, please, I've been the nicest person the last 3 days. Can I please have one truffle fry? And you know what the alien does? He pats you on the head. He goes, "Aw, you're so sweet." And he gives all the food to the biggest asshole of the entire community. And you go, alien, you said you're going to give it to the nice guy. And the asshole, nom, 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 he eats up all the food. He says, "No crumbs for you, simp." And then you just starving the whole time. That's what it's like.
And is food sex to you?
I mean, in this analogy, yeah.
I get it. But there's also, okay, like what type of females are you attracting? Those, to me, I feel like that's what's equivalent to that. Those aren't the right type of girls.
All girls like games. I'm sorry. It's true.
Don't agree. For me, honestly, that was loud. I just like when people are themselves. Like if someone's fronting, I could tell so easily, and it's just so unattractive to me if someone is like pretending to be something else. So I will always be authentic no matter what it is. If it's like, if I'm not feeling it, if there's something that I'm not vibing with, like I will let you know, because I just feel like my time is too valuable.
So you think guys should just be 100% honest?
Yeah, if they're a fuckboy, they should be fuckboy. If they're not a fuckboy, don't be a fuckboy. It's just as simple as that.
So let me ask you this then. Let's say a guy walks up to you wherever, at the club, at the coffee shop, at a bar, whatever. And he walks up to you and he's being 100% honest. He's like, look, I don't know you. I've never met you before, but you're really hot. I really want to fuck you. You would be like, what the fuck? Get away from me, right?
Okay.
He has to play a game. He has to say, hey, like, whatever, you have beautiful eyes, whatever the fuck he says, throwing some love bombing, throwing some gaslight. He has to do it. It's not right or wrong. It's just the way the world works, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Look, if that's what you want, then yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. If that's the end game for you, getting that, then. No, but I'm saying if a guy doesn't know you at all. Yeah.
Him just coming up to you, it's because you're hot. He doesn't know your personality.
No, for sure. I totally.
But if he says, hey, I want to talk to you because I thought you were hot, you're going to be like, You have to pretend to be romantic. Not pretend, but like, and I'm not saying sex is the only thing you want out of it, but you have to kind of like.
Don't you get a little bit bored though if it's just that? Like say she's like, okay, say you meet a girl and you're like, hey, I'm down. And she's like, oh, I'm down too. And you know.
Oh, I would be confused. I would be like, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This has never happened before. Like,
You'd be
in the history of mankind. Like,
you'd be confused, but I also feel like you would forget it. She wouldn't even cross your mind because it's just like, that's all it was. You know what I mean?
If she said I'm down right away.
She said I'm down.
No, that'd be great.
That'd be great. But then there's really nothing else to build on that. You know what I mean?
No, you could still hang out and keep.
I wouldn't want to hang out with someone. I personally.
Oh.
You would actually be down to hang out with her again?
You're saying if we hooked up on the first night?
Well, no, there's no.
I'm confused.
I'm not saying if you hooked up on the first night. I'm saying if that was your interaction, like, hey, you're really hot, I want to fuck, and she's just like, oh yeah, I'm down. then that's what it was. There was just no other really, there was no solid communication.
Oh, we could communicate afterward. Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know. I don't think I would want to.
I know you wouldn't because you're a girl. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to play games. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna mess up your hustle.
No, I'm not a fuckboy anymore. Now I'm very shy and romantic, but back in the day. Yeah,
okay, yeah. So your days are over.
Yeah, now I'm very shy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had my phase too, where I was like, I don't really want to get to know anyone, and I'm also gonna play my own version of games, which is just like not letting people close to me and like, you know. But I don't know. I think I'm in a place in my life where I'm just like, I'm too busy. You know what I mean? Like to put in any effort, like that's not authentic to me. It's just too much. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that makes sense. I just, when I was a simp, I just remember the days of just getting, I must have got friend zoned. Like, I remember this was like Tinder was first coming out. I was excited. I was like, finally, I can like meet some girls. They will actually like me. And I got friend zoned like 10 times in a row. And any girl would be lucky to have a nice guy like you, just not me. And then the next girl, any girl would love to have a guy like you, just not me. And I was like, what do you mean any girl? Like, you're a girl. So then like, I got like pushed to become a fuckboy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So then what was your version of fuckboy?
Like being more like not giving compliments, not giving flowers.
Ugh, I hate that.
I had it backfire me. I got a girl flowers once and she blocked me on all platforms and never talked to me again. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I was dating this girl. We weren't exclusive. I made it clear we weren't exclusive, blah, blah, blah. But we're hanging out a lot, 3-4 times a week. So one day she's like, Zach, this is in my villain era. She's like, Zach, you never buy me flowers. You never do anything nice for me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I'll do something nice for this girl, right? So I go on one of these websites. And what they do is they like deliver the flowers right to her doorstep, right? And so I'm about to check out. And right before I hit checkout, it's like, boop, there's a little like pop-up on the screen. And it's like, wait, before you check out, buy one, get one half off. And I'm like, I want to make use of the discount. I'm fiscally responsible. My mom always told me don't waste a discount. So I get 2 flowers, send one to the girl, send one to this other girl that I'm seeing. I'm thinking, okay, I'm spreading love and joy through the universe. I consider myself somewhat of a philanthropist at this point. Like 2 girls are getting flowers, even better for the universe, right? The next day, girl number 1 calls me, oh my God, thanks for the flowers. Girl number 2, thanks for the flowers. The universe is in perfect balance, right? But then I'm driving home and I just got my new BMW and it has this stupid feature that I wasn't aware of. It connects the Bluetooth from your phone onto the screen of the BMW. So I'm just riding and it's like, boop, new message from girl number 2. And she's like, who the fuck is girl number 2? And you know, girls are like Sherlock Holmes. They're like the clues, suspicious, right? So that night, 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm dead asleep, having a great dream about whatever the fuck. I wake up. Fuck you, Zach. You fucked this girl. You bought her flowers too. I'm like, what? I look up. She hacked into my phone and is reading through my texts. And then she pulls out her phone. She takes a picture of me half naked in bed. And then she finds the girl on Instagram, DMs her a picture of me, and then blocks me on all platforms, never talks to me again. And that's why I never get girls flowers.
So she was in your car when you received the message, or she just hacked into your phone randomly?
No, she was in my car. She saw it, but it just said, it didn't say the message. It says new message from. That's it. So she was suspicious.
She was already suspicious.
She hacked into the phone later. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's toxic on both ends if you think about it. Toxic on both ends for sure.
What do you mean?
Well, what you did was toxic. Sorry. But then what she also did was kind of toxic too. I mean, to have that inkling feeling like, oh, I need to check someone's phone. A little toxic. But you were hanging out with her 3 days a week. So what were you doing the other 4 days? It's like,
well, hanging out with the other girl.
Yeah, exactly.
But we weren't exclusive. That's what I'm saying. I told her we weren't exclusive.
Yeah.
So I thought it was fair game, but
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess that's also, it's like, if you weren't exclusive with someone, I would be like confused. Like, why is this person sending me flowers? I would think that's like a little bit crossing a boundary to do that. But
although, actually, I still do send girls flowers, but it's for a tactical purpose. I have a secret trick that you can tell if a girl's hooking up with other dudes. using flowers.
Oh, and
Have
like
you heard about this?
using like sending it anonymously.
Yeah. And then seeing if they call you or not.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. So has it worked?
So far the girls just called me thanks for the flowers.
Let's just give this flower delivery company a shout out. Maybe they'll hook you up.
I honestly don't remember the. I think.
Come on! I could give you 3 companies.
It was like 1888 flowers or something.
Okay. Well, there's this company called The Million Roses.
Okay.
And they send like preserved flowers.
That sounds expensive.
Well, do you have a budget?
I mean, I feel like if
do you have a budget for your love?
I mean, at Ralph's it's like $14.99.
Oh, so. Okay. You're trying to buy real flowers that die.
I mean, I actually prefer fake plants in general. These ferns are fake, but like a lot of people say that they want the real ones. You know.
If I was, yeah.
Would you be weirded out if someone got you fake flowers?
Yeah.
You think they're fake, right?
Yeah, but I think that's why I think preserved is pretty cool because it's like kind of more like aesthetic. You could keep it in your room or wherever, and it's a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about chivalry in general?
Chivalry?
Yeah.
What's that?
You know, like a guy like opens a door for you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I like those things.
Okay, yeah.
I definitely look for those things. I don't like really involve myself with people that are like, I don't like it when men are cheap. Especially because it's like, okay, number one, like I will spoil the shit out of you, but you need to do right for like the first 5 dates. I feel like it needs to just be like all the man.
I agree with you actually.
And then once you've like, you know, proved that you're not an asshole, it's like let the girl take over. And like I don't mind like paying on a date or like, you know what I mean?
I always like paying. I feel weird if the girl pays.
I think later down the road, I like doing it.
School, though.
I like doing it later down the road.
I see.
Not in the beginning, but yeah. I enjoy that. Or also if it's like, if I want to do something and I'm like, oh, you should come if it's like an event or something. And it's like, I also hate the idea that like men have to pay to get into places because it's like also not fun. It's like if I'm going out to this spot or whatever, then like I'd want to bring my man with me. And if I can't, then it's like, if he has to pay a ridiculous cover just to come in and have a good time when he's not going to have a good time if that's the vibe. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think like going out in LA right now is like that's not fun, you know?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's only for a very small microcosm of like the LA scene.
Yeah.
Where you're going to this exclusive club.
Mm-hmm.
Like the reality is if you just want to go with your man, you could just go to some random fucking bar, you know?
Yeah.
But you just don't get the clout from that. And you don't get like the...
Back to the clout.
Well, I'm saying it's like, because people, like, I'm glad actually, I'm the opposite as you. I'm glad they make guys pay because if they didn't, then everywhere I would go, there'd just be a bunch of dudes there.
Well,
and if I'm single, I'm trying to talk to girls. I want there to be more girls there to talk to.
That makes sense.
Know?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's also like if you're inviting your girlfriends out and then they want to bring their dudes and you're like, why would you invite him? Like now it's going to ruin the vibe.
I see.
You know what I mean?
And it is awkward. Don't get me wrong. When it's like, oh, like, can you get in? It's like, I don't know. Let me text the person. And they're like, oh, like, how many girls do you have? You know, it's kind of like an awkward conversation.
Yeah, no, it's for sure.
I did promoting for like 4 months. I hated it.
Oh, really?
Hated it. It was just, it seems like the glory life. Oh, you get to go to the club with a bunch of chicks, free drinks. And it's like the amount of just back and forth and getting people, like you're not partying. You're like fucking getting people in. Oh, they texted me late. Oh, where are you? It's just like, it was like awful.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've lived here for like 6 years, almost 7 years. I've like never paid a cover fee to get in. Yeah. Course. And I mean, that's just what I'm used to. So when it's actually really funny because if you go to different places, like that's not always the vibe. Like it's what I'm used to in New York, but sometimes like some areas in Europe, I'm like, what is this? Like we're not used to it.
You're saying where you have to pay to get in or wait in line or something.
And it's.
I'm telling you. Okay. So I'm straight white male, right? So my
Thanks for letting me know.
Is like, and I'm a Pisces. So my privilege is like here.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that beats me, and by the way, it blows me out of the water, destroys me, is hot girl privilege. It's like up here. It's the most powerful form of power in the universe.
Pretty privilege, yeah.
But it only lasts 5 to 10 years, depending how well you take care of yourself, and then it's like it goes away. Whereas like straight white male, it'll last till I'm like 80. You know.
No comment. Yeah, pretty privilege is a real thing. The amount of things I actually deny from men, like I could have so much right now, but I just, my conscience won't let me.
Have you ever done the free Tulum trip, the private jet?
No, but
blah,
I've been offered all of it.
I'm
I
sure.
just it's
I'm
just
sure.
yeah.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing because number one, it's the RBF. Number two, that's not fun to me. If I am on someone else's dime and it's kind of like under their control too, I'm not gonna have a good time. Like if I know
Really, even if you bring your girlfriends and
no, because I don't want to hang out with you.
I see.
You know what I mean? So I would rather go on my own dime and do my own thing because it's not fun for me, and that's like a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. Like I already told you, I'm at that place where it's just not worth my time. If it's costing you your mental peace, it's too expensive. That's what they say.
If it what?
If it's costing you your mental peace, it's too
see.
expensive. Yeah, that's not fun for me. Even the free drinks. Now when I go out and if a man is like, oh, can I get you a drink? It's just like not even worth it to me because then I have to have a conversation with him.
I had an experience. Have you been to the Abbey before?
Yes.
So I went there one. By the way, I actually love the Abbey.
You do? I haven't really gone in like 3 years, but yes.
Wait, what happened? You seem like you had a bad experience.
I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I only go to like meet up with one of my friends there, but yeah, I think it's actually funny because a lot of straight guys will go there to talk to girls.
Interesting.
Because they know that the girls just want to go there to just like have a good girls' night. But
I've never. That's an interesting strategy.
Really?
I always just go. It's funny. I always go when I have people from out of town, like from Wisconsin, just to see like the look on their faces when because I don't tell them it's a gay club, and then like we go in.
Oh my god, that's
there's
hilarious.
like the dancers with the banana hammocks.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really funny.
It's really
funny. It was really really fun a couple years ago. I haven't really been there recently, but so you go there quite often. It sounds like.
Not quite often, but yeah, when people are in town. But one time, it did make me. There's two experiences that made me understand what it's like to be a girl. The first one was at the Abbey. This guy's like trying to talk to me, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, just so you know, like I'm not gay. I'm just here with some friends, blah blah blah. He's like, no, it's totally cool for sure. Let me get you a drink. I'm like, no, it's all right. He just gets me a drink anyway.
Oh my god, yeah.
Then like 2 minutes in, he like goes for the makeout. I'm like, bro, I told you I wasn't gay. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. But I don't know if he's trying to convert me. And then he got mad at me for not making out with him.
He got mad at you?
Because he got me a drink, which I didn't even ask for. And I was like, bro, like, what the fuck? I was like, you can have it back. Like, I don't want your drink.
Welcome to our life.
And he's like, no, you keep it. And then he like stormed off. So that's the first experience. The second experience, I'm not really a big strip club guy. But I've gone a couple of times in my life. The first time I ever went, I was in college, right? I was broke as fuck. My friends were like, let's go to
Is this Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Okay.
My friends were like, oh, let's go to a strip club. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to spend money. It's going to be like, I don't want to come in there. I'm going to be pressured to spend money. So we're like walking through. And of course, all the strippers are like, trying to make eye contact. You pass them, they kind of touch you and like smile at you. Because obviously they're trying to like get paid, And I'm like, wait, this is what it's like if you're just a girl at a normal club. And a bunch of guys are like trying to make eye contact, trying to come up to you. You sit down, they're like, hey, how's it going? And it's kind of annoying if you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no, I'm not trying to spend money. Like, I don't want to be awkward, but like, don't come up to me. I'm just like hanging out with my friends. I'm like, oh, I get it. This is what it's like to be a girl. It was interesting.
Yeah, that's so funny. So my two experiences at a strip club, I've like blacked out twice. So my first one, funny story. I went to a strip club with Floyd Mayweather. Because he has a strip club in Vegas. I totally forgot what it's called. Anyway, go there because, he's spitting. And I, like, just blacked out. But before that, I remembered the girls were dancing on me and my friend. And we were both like, OMG, like, you cannot. Don't worry. You sit down. We'll take care of you girls.
You're trying to save them.
We were trying to save them. We were like, no, you don't have to do this. Don't worry. I got you. The second time was a couple months ago. I was in London. And, yeah, my friend was taking us and I just completely blacked out. So I wish I could remember like the experience, but I just can't. It seems like it's not meant for me to enjoy.
It's an interesting experience. Yeah. It's not really my thing either. It's too fake. You know what I mean? It's like, I know you're trying to finesse me. I don't know. It's just.
I will say the strip club in London that I went to, they're very upfront about it. So it's not as like fake.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, do you want a lap dance?
Yeah, they're like, okay, look, we're not gonna. You do it up front.
Yeah, because in America, it's like they sit down and they like talk to you, rub your leg, and you're like, hey, so what do you blah blah, talk about your life, and then if you deny them, you kind of feel bad because they just like talk to you for like this whole time, but you're like, I didn't want a lap dance to begin with, like I didn't sign up for this,
So fun fact, I'm actually taking pole classes, but just for a workout, not to.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Cool.
I'm taking my 6th class tonight. Actually, I'm to come right after here. I have like a spare change of clothes in the car. It's just random. I was just like, oh, let me just take this class. So one of my friends does it, and she's really, really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, it looks like a fun workout. It's a lot of upper core strength, and it kind of just makes you like have so much respect for strippers.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
One of my friends had a pole. I was just like fucking around on it. It's fucking hard.
It's fucking
like
hard.
A lot of grip strength, like a lot of like upper body.
Yeah.
You know?
Upper body strength, and also your hands sweat. So there's like certain attire. That's why strippers don't really wear much, because clothing kind of like you can't
slides.
grip on the pole.
Yeah.
Yes, and you slide. So
Makes sense.
So yeah, I'm learning how to pole dance.
Yeah, I used to date a girl that had a stripper. She did like OnlyFans or whatever. So she had like the stripper pole in her house. So I
cool.
tested that out. What do you think about the whole OnlyFans industry?
Honestly, I don't even know what the site looks like. So I don't know. I'm sure there's like, I know a lot of actually girls that do it, and they do it for a living. So, and they say that they only post like selfies and stuff, which I think is amazing. I think honestly, I missed during COVID. That's what a lot of women were doing, and they were making bank. And I feel like during that time was such like, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never did it though. There's actually an option on Instagram where you can just subscribe to people. So like, that's pretty awesome
nudes,
too.
Though.
No, you can't do nudes, but I don't know. I wouldn't do nudes, or like, I don't know anyone that does do the nude parts, but yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a good way for women to make money. And if that's what they're comfortable doing with, then by all means.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't, there's like, I guess if I had one, there's like certain people that I wouldn't want to see, and you don't have control over who gets
They can just sign up.
Yeah. Like if I
leak your pictures. You
know?
Oh
my God, do the people do that? Because I was always wondering, aren't there like copyrighted, like isn't it copyrighted where you can like take legal action?
I'm sure people can screenshot and just fucking upload it to wherever.
I've had a situation where a couple people were like taking my photos and making OnlyFans, but like,
there's this whole scam out there.
Yeah, I know that, but yeah, I mean, I know a lot of girls that just do it strictly for a living, and it's kind of cool, honestly. I think about it.
Yeah, this one girl I know makes $10K a month jumping on a trampoline, and she doesn't even get naked. She just has, she has like huge boobs, like there's like an entire dairy factory inside there, and she just bought a little trampoline from like Costco, and in a bikini, jumps in slow motion with her phone, and all these little simps
that's kind of cool.
Watching it bounce. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Honestly, it kind of makes you think about rebranding, right? Like all the content you put on Instagram for free, you could probably put on OnlyFans and do like your own. Like you could even put this podcast on OnlyFans. Make people subscribe.
Maybe I should start OnlyFans.
Maybe you should.
Plus, I have nice feet. I have really high arches and elegant curves.
I have high arches too.
That's good for the feet finder. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it. Are you on WikiFeet?
No, I'm not in any of the feet sites.
Really?
But I'm thinking I could do a free one where like it's my feet in like lacy socks, you know, and then the premium version you get to take off the socks.
Oh, gotcha. No, there's definitely things you should definitely think about. For OnlyFans, you can put your music on there, probably, right?
Is anybody signing up for music on OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean,
do your own thing.
I could try it. So, I don't know if anybody actually like.
It was originally for people in entertainment that actually.
I heard that.
For OnlyFans, and who was the person that was like, let's sexualize this?
As someone who want to make money, like real money. I think that's what it was.
Definitely made that money.
And now they're fucking making bank off it for sure. Yeah.
So speaking of making bank, you know, TikTok has this new feature now. Are you on TikTok?
I don't. I tried it and I didn't blow up and I gave up on it. I'm gonna get back on it. But
honestly, you should give it another shot.
Sure.
Give it another shot. But TikTok has this new feature where you can shop on TikTok. So,
that's cool.
You know, I'm going to be selling stuff on there next week, but soft launch.
What are you gonna be selling?
Soft launch.
Self launch.
The shipment is coming in on Monday. So, can
you talk about it or no? Is it like you're having the big reveal or something?
I'm having the big reveal. Okay, because I'm trying.
What does it rhyme with?
I don't think it rhymes with anything.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's just the start of my own brand that I'm going to be revealing next week.
Ooh. Well, you can give a shout out at the end of the podcast. You want to give a shout out now?
No.
Okay.
But no, seriously. Okay, are these paintings? Are these your paintings?
Yeah.
Do you paint?
No.
Oh, okay,
I bought all these. Yeah.
Well, you could still sell them on TikTok.
Yeah, probably actually.
You could sell like clothes.
I used to date a girl with like 1 million TikTok followers, but she lifestyle catfished me hard though.
Get back with her. Use her TikTok account and sell a bunch of
for the reasoning.
Get back with her.
You're telling me to go back to my villain era.
Move in
I'm
with
getting
her.
out of that life.
Move in with her and then just start selling a bunch of your shit on her account
or
and then break up with her.
Start selling a bunch of her shit. All of a sudden the TV's gone. What happened to the TV, babe? I don't know. We got robbed. You never know.
Yeah.
No, but it wouldn't work. Okay, it's actually funny you say that. So this girl, she was the first girl who ever lifestyle catfished me.
Lifestyle catfished?
Yeah.
Like pretended that she had this lifestyle that she didn't have?
All over Instagram. Private jet, Tulum, yacht, Lamborghini, everything, right?
Oh my goodness.
But every time I'd be like she lived in the valley and she always came to my place, drive through traffic. I was like, yo, we've been dating 3 months. Like, I'll come to your place. She's like, nah, that's okay. I'm like, that's weird. So one time I go there and it's like deep in the valley. Have you been to the valley much?
Yeah.
So the valley's like, have you seen the movie The Lion King?
Yeah.
You know when Mufasa's on Pride Rock? And he's like, Simba, anything the light touches is your kingdom. And then he's like, the dark shadowy areas, never go there. It's dangerous. There's crackhead hyenas. Those are the dangerous areas. She lived in that part of the valley, like the shadowy areas.
What does it rhyme with?
I can't remember the actual name of it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But there's like, you know, you go, there's like bars over all the windows. There's like feral children scurrying around in the sewers. It was like very sketchy. So I go to her in her house, right? And I'm like, oh, give me the tour. Like her 3 roommates are like sitting on the couch. I'm like, give me the tour. So she opens the first door and I'm like, oh, this is a nice like walk-in closet. She's like, no, this is my room.
Oh.
I look down. There's literally just a mattress on the ground. No fitted sheet. Just like a flat sheet over the top. I went like this. I can touch both of the walls in the room. But the worst part, and you're not going to believe this, this is so crazy. We started watching Hulu on her laptop because she doesn't have a TV. She had Hulu, I'm not kidding you, with advertisements. I was like, you are on a private jet. You have Hulu with ads? It's crazy out here.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I don't think I could sell any of her stuff.
Well, maybe she didn't have like a proper place because she travels so much.
Or maybe she's broke.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's just weird. It's like, why are you flexing? I mean, look, those private jet.
I don't blame her. I would do the same shit, but I'm just saying.
The Tulum and the private jet obviously was real. Like she does do those things. So it's like, it's hard to like, I don't know. What are you going to do? Post that you live
in a mattress.
Yeah. No one's going to want to post that, but maybe I'm sure she's making money if she has 1 million TikTok followers.
And to be fair, like,
you can make so much money on TikTok just from like going live and getting those gifts. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you're just live, people send you gifts.
And that's the thing. This was like early COVID when like you could post like one video of you walking, you get 1 million followers. It's like so like I don't even know if they had that feature back then. Probably not. Yeah, so like at that point, you actually had to have some kind of business skill of like getting a brand or at least an agent who would help you out. Like you couldn't just like, hey, give me money, people, please.
What else did she do?
That's it.
Just TikTok?
TikTok, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know how she afforded her play. Maybe she had a sugar daddy or something. I don't know.
Well, it didn't really sound like it was much she was paying for.
I mean, probably. What's your opinion on the whole sugar daddy scene? Have you ever tried it out?
No, I can't do it. First of all, I have the worst RBF. Second of all, like I just can't.
Because your career. Because of your career, you're saying?
No, because of me.
Because
of me and the New Yorker in me and the Sagittarius in me. I'm such a bitch. Like I just don't even find it enjoyable. If someone was gonna buy me something, that also comes with you giving them your time, and I am not good at pretending to like people. You know.
But let me ask you this, because I'm the same. I've never done like the sugar daddy thing like myself, but I have a lot of friends who are girls, because I used to work in the modeling industry, and they tell me all their stories. And this one girl I was talking to, she's like, she has like this down to a fucking business. She has like, this sugar daddy buys me purses, this sugar daddy takes me on trips, this one pays my rent. Like she has all the infinity stones of sugar daddies like hooking her up. And she was like, Zach, and I was like, yeah. She's like, have you ever bought a girl dinner? I'm like, yeah, no shit. She's like, okay, so you bought a girl something in the hopes that it would turn into a romantic relationship. She's like, Zach, you're already a sugar daddy. You're just a Walmart brand sugar daddy. And I was like, I was mad because I'm smarter than her, but I couldn't think of a good logical reason why she was wrong. And I was like, is she right? Like what constitutes, where's the line between, oh, this is a normal relationship and this is a sugar daddy? And is this line just an arbitrary line that society has put on us? Or do you think that there's an actual line that exists? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is kind of different though. Dinner is different than, I feel like, private trips. And
but even like, because if I've been dating a girl for like 3-4 months and we go to like Cabo or something, like, I'm paying for the trip. Like, I'm not like, hey, babe, here's a Venmo request. Like, send me some money. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, like, I got it.
God.
Like, I take care of it. Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
I guess my thing is, like, she probably likes you back at that point. 3-4 months in, you guys are going to Cabo together in comparison to a sugar daddy buying a trip just for her time.
So you're saying it's the intent of you actually genuinely liking the person as opposed to doing it for the trip.
Yeah, so I can't do anything unless I genuinely like the person. I have turned down so many trips, so many purses and
I'm sure you get DMs
jewelry.
all the time.
It's just like I can't do it if I don't like you.
I see.
So it's not a win for me. It's not something that's enjoyable to me if I don't actually like you. So that's where I think it's different.
Yeah.
Like you buying a girl dinner in the hopes that she likes you. She probably does like you. Probably.
Yeah. Because people say that girls do this thing where they like get free dinners. I'm like, I don't think that many girls do it. It's just like, is it worth just for like dinner? Like dinner's not that expensive. Is it worth hanging out with some dude you fucking hate? Like and you're bored as fuck? I mean,
during COVID, that was definitely a time when my friends and I were just getting all the free dinners.
You're like, we need to eat. We're starving.
Also, okay, so I think it's also fun, like if you are with your friends, right?
Oh, well, yeah, if you're with friends.
It's just dinner. I almost did trips with my friends, but yeah, I just think my friends are more of those people that are like, oh, I'm down. Whereas like I will ruin the trip because of my attitude. If you so much as like look at me the wrong way, I can't be a sugar baby.
You seem like a very like real person. Just tell it how it is.
Yeah, no, I am. So
I feel like you'd be a good like wing woman.
Oh, I'm a great woman. I'm a great wing woman. I can help you find a girlfriend. Let's go out.
Well, I don't know. I've had some hit and miss experience. 90% of girls are completely clueless on how to be a good wing woman. So I'm okay. Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
So one day we're going to this Malibu party. I'm driving. My buddy's girlfriend is in the passenger seat. I'm telling all of my funny stories from my villain era. She's loving it. She's laughing. Ha ha ha. And she gets all excited. She's like, Zach, at this party, I'm going to be your wing woman. I'm going to get you so many bitches. I'm like, please don't. I will get my own bitches. I don't need you intervening of the getting of bitches, you know? So I start talking to this girl, right? And we're vibing. She's cute. And all of a sudden, the girl comes up and she's dragging along this other girl who's like not even cute, first of all.
So she's interrupting your conversation with another girl.
Yeah. And you know what she says? The worst thing you can say about a guy.
What?
She goes, hey, this is the guy I was telling you about. He's the nicest, sweetest, most caring guy.
No.
And I just watch any attraction the girls had for me just shrivel up like a raisin. And you know what the ugly girl said? She's like, aw, cute. But all cute, like, oh, cute little puppy, cute little beta male simp puppy, like that.
That's a terrible wing woman.
I was like, you literally made me get rejected by a girl that I didn't even hit on.
If you are trying to set someone up with something, that's also not the way you go about it. Like,
I agree.
To just be like, this is the person I was telling you about.
It's awkward.
No, it's so awkward. That's setting yourself up for failure. No, that's not what you do. You're like, oh, this is the friend I came here with.
Or, well,
do you want to know? This is a super cool dude.
Do you want to know the dark way to do it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, this is the dark way to do it,
Let's
but it works. It's like, you know how the dark side of the Force, have you seen Star Wars?
Yes,
the dark side's more powerful than the light side. This is the real shit. You wait till the dude is talking to a girl. You walk up to him, you touch him on the arm, you be like, where were you? I was looking for you. Then you look at the girl like this, watch. You look her up and down like you're judging her. Then you give her a dirty look, and then you ignore her and keep talking to the guy. And then she will feel the jealousy, and she will want the guy 100 times more than you saying, oh yeah, like he's so rich and funny and blah, 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 blah.
We should totally try this. And document it. I'm so down.
I'm down too.
I'm down. Let's do it.
It's a win-win for me.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, but I got to finish the story.
Okay.
So, okay. I take anything the universe throws at me and I fucking spin that shit into a positive, right?
Okay. So
we're at the party, right? This is like 3 hours later. I'm still mad that she like messed me up with the cute girl, whatever. So I'm talking to this other girl on the couch, right? And this good-looking dude comes and sits down, like male model, TikTok hair, like fucking dangly earring, everything. This motherfucker, he sits down, he's trying to talk to us, but you can kind of tell he's trying to swoop the girl for me. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit annoyed. So I wait, and then he gets up and goes like, get a drink. I'll be back in a sec. So I turn to the girl, and I go, oh, yeah, that's Mike. He's the nicest, sweetest guy. And I just watch her attraction just shrivel up like a raisin.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
I'm undefeated. I'm like Jordan in the finals. You can't stop me. You know what I mean? You can try, but the universe can throw whatever you want at me. I'm going to fucking jujitsu that shit and throw it right back. You know? Ooh! This is why I don't need therapy. I just fucking deal with my trauma, like fucking fix the problem. You know?
I'm really proud of you. You should write a book. You should write a trauma journal for other people and sell it on TikTok on your ex's account.
You know what I would write a book about? Okay, so I have this new alternative therapy. And it works for guys. I don't know if it works for girls. You guys have more hormones and like, I don't know if it works for girls.
Okay.
All you need is a mirror and 3 minutes of your time. Could be bedroom mirror, bathroom mirror, living room, doesn't matter. So you go to the mirror, you look deep into your own eyes, and then you take your emotions and you stuff them deep down in your psyche where they belong. And then you man up and you fix the problem. It works 100% of the time.
Oh.
It's never failed me. It's never failed me.
Okay.
That's so funny.
I don't know. I'm definitely the opposite of that.
Yeah, girl. I think it's different for girls. I do think it's different for girls, for sure. I just think I'm kind of passionate about the subject. I think we need a little more bullying and trauma for guys nowadays.
For what, though? Trauma for...
Okay. Here's the statistics on mental health, right? The highest prevalence of mental health, depression, anxiety, all this stuff is in the richest countries, in America and European countries. If you go to Venezuela, nobody has depression. You know why? Because when you're 5 years old and your family runs out of water and you got to walk 5 miles in the sweltering heat on your fucking Android phone and you fucking have to hope to God there's enough water in the well. When you're 21 and your girlfriend breaks up with you, it's not that big of a deal. You don't have to go to a therapist. You don't have trauma. It's like you had the trauma that made you tough.
No, for sure. I think that's how you can tell if people have been through shit in real life, because it's like they're so overreactive towards small things. Whereas the people that have been through stuff at a young age, they're just like less reactive to things. It's kind of just like, not that they're used to it, but it doesn't warrant much of a response.
Yeah, you're like if you're a gangster as a kid, you grew up in like the hood or something. Like, I've never met someone from the hood that goes to therapy. You know what I mean? I've just never met it.
I think also though, I'm very real, so I'm very like I call people out all the time, and I think people think like, oh, she's mad, but it's also like, no, I'm calling you out.
You're also like, New York, though. You're New York. That's why.
I'm from New York, and I will be totally calm doing it. It's just like, oh, really? Well, this is how I feel. And I think, a lot of times people think, Victoria's upset. Victoria's mad. And I'm just like, I'm just calling you out. That's really it.
I'm just calling you out on your bullshit kind of
thing. Because I don't think I find peace until I do it. And then once I do it, I'm like, all right. Like, literally, I'm at the gym and I'm like totally fine. In a sauna, I'm just like, now we can move on. That's how I see it. It's like, okay, said this, now I can move on. But if it's like, if I feel a type of way, I don't like being around someone if I can't say how I feel.
Let me ask you this. Your best friend, whoever it is, how long have you known them for?
I have a couple best friends.
Okay.
But I would say, like, my best friends that I grew up with, I've been friends with them for like 15 years.
And you're still friends? 15
to 20 years, yeah.
See, that doesn't surprise me, because there's two types of dealing with conflict. There's the way you described of, hey, this is bothering me. I'm going to say it. We're going to fight it out. Yeah. And this is how most guys communicate conflict.
I don't even really think fighting it out is like, because sometimes people just aren't aware that they did X, Y, and Z, or that they made you feel a type of way. So if you just let them know, you give them an opportunity to be like, oh no, this is why I did it. Or like, I had no idea. Thank you for letting me know. And then you guys can just move on. And then I would always want someone to tell me the same thing. Like, if I made someone feel a type of way, I would want you to tell me. But I think there's like a misconception where sometimes people think that you're trying to be argumentative. where it's like, why do you have to pick a fight over, and it's like, I'm not picking a fight. I'm like, just communicating. You know what I mean?
Like, would you rather have me slowly build resentment over the next 3 years and then have it all blow up and we stop being friends and we block each other? Like,
I don't think people think of it like that, especially dudes. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that dudes actually understand why we do it. I think that they do think like, oh, why are you trying to pick a fight? Or like, can't you just be happy? Like, and it's like, it's not.
That's because most girls communicate the other way, where they just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And they talk shit behind your back. That's how most girls. And that's why most girls, it's funny because you said, and I'm not surprised you said 15 years for like your best friends.
Yeah.
Most girls I meet in LA, who's your best friend? Ashley. How long have you known her?
2 months.
Literally. It's crazy. They just cycle through friends and then they all block each other and they never talk and then they get a new friend. They all, my best friend, and then they block their best friend again. It's crazy to me.
I've never had to block a female that I've been friends with ever.
I've never blocked a single person. I've had a lot of girls block me. I don't know why. I think it's maybe their inner child isn't healed or something. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah, probably. You should. Probably. Okay, so next time they do that, try to send them an email, just a link to it. Send them an email, a link to a trauma journal.
That's the most toxic shit ever.
No, honestly, that would be so. See, this is the toxic side of me. This is hilarious to me.
That is hilarious.
Or like, you know, when sometimes you're fighting with someone, and you'll just be like, I feel like the worst thing you could say to someone is, I wish you healing.
It is, because it's so fucking, I'm looking down at you from my fucking ivory tower, you know?
But honestly, sometimes you do have those moments when you're like, this person is not on the same level of growth as me. Mm-hmm. And they do need healing. And sometimes it is a real response if you're like, I hope that you find healing. Yeah. I wish you healing.
But it definitely comes off condescending.
No, it for sure does. And you should definitely do it to the next girl. And then send me a screenshot after.
Yeah, I always end up in fucking toxic shit.
Honestly, if a man said that to me, I'd be like, oh. I think just a little part of me, it would be like, oh, that's kind of sexy. He's telling me to. Just because I'm normally a person that's like, heal your shit. Yeah, get yours together. Yeah.
Get your inner child healed and then we can talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah, my last couple were, although I stopped dating girls under 20, which has helped a lot.
Under 20?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I would assume that would help.
I couldn't do the last one. Was because literally, this is a funny story. Have you ever had a car sex before?
Yes.
So I had the worst car sex experience. I almost got arrested for animal cruelty because of it. And it wasn't even my fault.
Oh my God.
So, okay, I'm dating this girl. And she's 19. This is the last under 20 I dated. And we're going to Six Flags. And she's driving her dad's Camaro. It's like this red Camaro. And by the way, she's like the worst driver like on the face of the planet. Like literally, we didn't even have to go to Six Flags. The drive over was scarier than any of the roller coasters there. And we're talking about, you know, where's the craziest place you've had sex, stuff like that. And she's like, I knew she was rich because she's like, I've never had car sex before. And then she's like, let's have car sex at Six Flags, like in the parking lot, right? And I'm like, no, car sex is for teenagers, criminals, and poor people. Like, I don't want to have car sex in the Six Flags parking lot, right? And she's like, come on. And then she like takes her hand off the wheel and she's kind of like rubbing my crotch. But I'm like a fucking gummy worm because like I'm like scared. Like, and now she has one hand on the wheel. I'm like a gummy worm. Like if you left it in the bathtub too long, I'm not getting hard. There's no way. I'm like, put both hands on the wheel. Let's just get there safe. So we get to Six Flags. She's like, come on, come on. I'm like, babe, we have an hour window to hit X2, Twisted Colossus, and Superman. Even with the Fast Pass, all three of those at peak times, it's at least a 2-hour rate. We're going to have to wait with the peasants in line. They're picking their nose or playing 20 questions to pass the time. Do you want to play 20 questions with the peasants or do you want to get on the rides? I'm like, let's get out of the car. She's like, okay. Go to Six Flags. We fucking run it because I'm the master at Six Flags. We come back and it's like the universe wanted us to have car sex because it was like our car, dark parking lot, no other cars around. The other cars all left. So it was like, we're alone. She was like, come on. I was like, all right, fuck it. So I go in the driver's seat because Camaro, the back seats are too small. And she starts riding me. And she has her hand on the like gear shifter thing. And she's using it as leverage and like pushing off of it. And she's rocking back and forth. And all of a sudden, and I was like, what the fuck was that? She's like, fuck. And she somehow like broke the gear shifter where like wouldn't catch. So you couldn't take it out of park. She's like, my dad's going to kill me. Oh my God. We fucking get the car towed. And this girl I don't know if she's dumb or stupid or if she has rocks in her brains. She told her dad that my dog was in the car and the dog messed up the thing while we were in Six Flags.
So he hates you.
First of all, I don't even have a dog. It's an imaginary dog that she made up for the story. So I go, the next time I see her dad's like fucking pissed. But not because I broke the car. He's like, you left a dog in a hot car for 10 hours while you go party at Six Flags? And I have to pretend like I'm some idiot animal abuser for the next like 3 months.
That is so dumb.
It was so toxic.
That doesn't make any sense why there would be a dog in the car for that long.
And like, how would the dog's gonna break the fucking thing? Like,
well, yeah, maybe if it was like suffocating.
And like, why is there no hair in the car? Like, none of the story makes sense.
No, that was not smart.
Yeah.
That's why you don't date people under 20.
Yeah. Man.
Wow.
But I don't know. I always end up dating. I like smart people. I really do. Mm-hmm. But I just always end up dating dumb girls with good personalities. I don't know what
dumb
it is.
Girls with good.
But like good person, like really fun and really hot, but like mostly the fun part. And yeah.
Maybe they're not dumb though. Maybe they're just young. I feel like that's, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't think that's what it is, because I know for a fact when I was 19, it's not that I was dumb, but I was just I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know jack shit.
Okay, let me ask you if this is dumb or not. Mm-hmm. So one girl, this is a long time ago, villain era, like height of my villain era. So she wanted to go to vegan. She's vegan or whatever, right? It's very difficult for me to find places that have like good vegan options and good like meat options too, because like I can't eat a hamburger made out of cashews and grass. Like I just can't do it. I'm a man, you know? So I find this place, waiter comes over and she's like, I'll have the chicken sandwich. And I'm like, no, it's not like impossible meat. It's not like fake. This is like real chicken. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Zach, chickens don't have souls. Duh. And she almost made me feel, and she ate an entire chicken sandwich. She made me feel stupid. Like, wait, can vegans eat chicken? And she ate chicken, fish, eggs, cheese.
And she was vegan?
She was vegan, yeah.
That's weird.
And then on the third date, she told me she didn't believe that the dinosaurs were real. And it's like the government is tricking us and all this stuff. So is that young or is that dumb?
That's dumb. Okay. Zach, you are what you attract, though.
Wow.
But this was a long time ago, so maybe yeah. Maybe it's looking up for you.
Maybe. We can only hope. Pray for me, everybody.
I will pray for you. I'll be your wingwoman. How about that? I am excited to be your wingwoman. And we're gonna do experimental stuff where I'm gonna do the jealous thing where I'm like gonna walk up to you and be like, why weren't you answering my calls?
Yeah.
And
no,
then
it'll totally work.
Like
it'll totally work.
So anyway, we'll do that. And I'll do one where I'll be like, this is Zach. He's so sweet.
Yeah, but do with the girl who's like not that cute.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say that. But I'll just be like, oh, this is the dude that I was telling you about.
This is the man.
This is the dude.
This is the alpha male I was telling you about.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. We're going to experiment. We're going to see which one works.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, last question for you.
Okay.
We do this poll at the end of every episode.
Okay.
Let's say you meet a guy, he texts you,
okay,
and the bubble's green. Is it a plus, is it a minus, or is it neutral?
If it turns green?
Yeah.
Oh, like if it at first
Android
instant.
Phone. Android phone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm like, ooh.
I don't
know why. I don't know why. That kind of just makes me like.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Because it means it's either a scam, he got his phone from the government, or he lives in a third world country. It's one of the three. Or it's
like a Google Voice.
Or it's like a Google Voice fake number for
fake
side
number.
chicks. It's one of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like it.
So I'm team iPhone. Mo, our co-host, has an Android. The specs are better. And we always make fun of him. So we always have this question at the end.
There was at one point when it was like toss and toss where like people did have their reasons as to why they were pro Android. But now I don't even hear about it. So,
you know what's funny? One of our friends she like sponsors like Galaxy whatever phone. And all of her stories all the time, it's like, come get the new Galaxy Flip S. Like, it's my new favorite phone. And then I like text her and she texts me back and it's still a blue bubble. And I was like, wait, I thought you got the Galaxy. She's like, no, I don't actually use that shit. She's like, I just get paid to promote it.
Yeah,
I don't actually use that shit. Like even the people getting paid to use it don't use it.
Smart. There's too many cool features that Apple has that it's just like, why would you?
I agree. FaceTime. You don't have to ruin all your friends' group chats, you know.
Emojis.
Yeah.
Emoticon.
Oh yeah, the Android has like the Down syndrome emojis that are like melting. You know what I mean?
I don't even think I've seen them.
You haven't because you.
I don't think I have any friends that have Androids. If I'm being honest with you.
That's good. You don't have any poor friends.
I don't.
Don't have broke friends. You are the people who you attract. You know.
Yeah, it's true. You are what you attract.
All right. Well, this has been very fun. We'll have to have a round 2 sometime.
Round 2 at a party, though.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Is anything you want to shout out? Instagram, TikTok, or anything?
I love my dog. He's awesome.
That's the best answer we've got so far.
I saw his hair like on my Celsius, I was like, oh.
That's true love right there.
That's it. I love my dog. He's a great guy. He lost his virginity. I'm kind of upset about it. No, I know. Honestly, there's one thing before we leave.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like no matter what happened, I was like, at least I have my dog. Like my dog is the number one man in my life. My dude till the end. And then when he lost his virginity, I was like, you fucking scum. I don't want you in my bed. You're all the same.
Player.
You bitch. I'm over it now, though.
Hey, dogs have to go through their villain era, too. You know?
But the thing is, he's fixed. So there was no reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think, this is my analogy, the female was in heat. And she kind of like threw herself at him. So I just think that he had no choice.
You got to be careful about the fix thing, though. So my uncle had 2 vasectomies. No, had a vasectomy and had 2 kids after the vasectomy. Like his sperm are like fucking Mario Kart jumping over to the other track, like fucking making their, like we got winners in our family. You know what I mean?
Shit. Okay.
So you got to be careful with the like, you never know.
Well, if there was like random Keanu's around, I wouldn't be upset about it. But I think it's different for humans, you know?
Yeah, that's
obviously.
All right. This has been great. Take care, everybody.